So this fox has just arrived from Guildford. One of our rescuers has just picked her up. The owners of the garden had seen her limping, so we presumed it was going to be just minor mange. She has got minor mange, but on top of that, Emma has found that she's got a fractured foreleg. So we're just giving her an anaesthetic so that we can do an x-ray and have a look how bad the fracture is and if, hopefully, it's something that can be repaired. X-ray. So what you can see here is the equivalent of this part of her front leg, and she's fractured both of those bones, which is the radius and the ulna. I think it would certainly be good if she could have surgery, but what we'll do is we'll get her stable in a splint, give her some pain relief, keep her restricted, and then see if we can get her referred for surgery.
The next day we had a visit from a vet called Scott Miller.
Okay, well look, I mean that's a fairly severe kind of break. We do need a specialist, and actually, you know what, I'm going to give my mate Michael a call. I really think he's going to be able to do such a lovely job in this little girl. So.
Let's just do
The TV programme Vet on the Hill had heard about the injured fox, and they wanted to cover the story as part of their show.
handsome man, very handsome man.
So they came to catch the fox and take it for the operation.
So obviously the biggest concern that we've got regarding her leg is if her leg can't be fixed, it means she can't go back to the wild. And here at WildlifeAid we have a really strict ethos that if they can't go back to the wild, then the kind of thing to do is to put them to sleep. We don't believe in keeping wild animals captive.
After a long drive, they arrived at the Cherry Tree Veterinary Practice. Michael Hamilton is a vet who donates his time to help us with orthopaedic surgery.
Okay, isn't it? God, it is. It's like a cat, isn't it? Cat size with a dog's paw.
Yeah.
Wow.
The team started to prepare everything for the surgery. Emma, our vet, joined the team to watch the surgery and gain vital experience.
It's very exciting. It's the first orthopedic surgery I see in a fox, so I'm very happy.
With your hand, Scott, just pull the leg.
Michael reduced the fracture on the radius first.
So we've got two ends of the bone there, and then Scotty lifts the foot up. You see the fracture line just kind of comes together. So it's what you call a simple fracture. Not because they're simple, but because they're in two bits. And when they're in two bits, they generally come together like that.
A special plate was inserted and screwed into the two pieces of bone.
This fox is not going to be bothered. This fox is going to use this leg, hopefully, pretty much straight away. It looks nice and straight. We've got pretty good range of motion of the wrist joint still as well. And that's it. I'm not going to bother with the ulna in the ends. The ulna's just too thin. For a 4 kilo fox, that is a pretty stiff fixation, so that should do really well.
The procedure went well and the vets were happy with the results.
Yeah, it should be fine. I'd be surprised and disappointed if she doesn't do really well.
It was time to wake her up and bring her back to WildlifeAid for her recovery. After a long ride late at night, Emma finally reached the centre.
Well, I was worried about you. I was just going to go to bed. You've been 10 hours.
Yes, I know.
I hope it's... Look, she's wide awake. Look at her looking. But it's a great job, apparently.
Yes.
It's a great vet, isn't it?
Yes.
She put the fox in her pen for a good night's rest.
Cool, good girl. Look at that. Look, she's even using a tiny bit there. That's really good, isn't it? Yeah, you're right, darling. I'm going to bed. I don't like people. I'm going to bed. A fox now stands a second chance of the wild, so pretty good.
She's very lucky.
Cool.
The long healing process and rehabilitation had now begun. The vet team would check her wound every day to make sure she was on the road to recovery. After some time of bandage changing and treatment, it was finally time to remove it for good. The fox was given access to a larger area so it could exercise its leg. Four weeks after surgery, we took some x-rays to see if it was healing correctly. The x-rays were looking great. There was new bone growth on the radius and a callus was forming around the broken ulna. Michael wanted some news of his patient, so he came by to check on the fox's progress.
She looks good. Oh, she looks great. If it wasn't for the haircut, you'd be struggling to tell what leg has been operated.
A muzzle on her.
Wow, look at that. Amazing.
She's done her own physio.
That's completely normal, isn't it? Look at that. Very pleasant. I thought she's going to have a little bit of loss of flexion, but it's normal. So
You wouldn't know, would you, really?
no. I mean, for me, she's signed off. Yeah. She's signed off. Yeah, pretty much. She's gonna do great.
That's really
Good. Good.
With Michael's okay, there was only one thing left to do.
Okay. Well, we're here and it's absolutely beautiful. Couldn't ask for a nicer place to release her. It really is gorgeous here. And I hope she's already getting excited in the box. She can't keep still, so I think she's ready to go. It's my absolute favourite part. I love doing releases. It makes everything, all the work that you've done, worthwhile. And now she's home. The time has come. You're on your own. Good luck, sweetheart. Oh. Straight off down the path. That was honestly one of the best releases I've ever done. She turned back and looked like 2 or 3 times, and now she's gone. It's just honestly really emotional. That was awesome. Absolutely amazing. All these people have come together, and I get to do the best part, which is seeing her go free. Massive thanks to them. She wouldn't be here without them.
If you like our videos, please subscribe to our channel by clicking the red button. If you want to help us save wildlife, please donate. Every pound given will help save our threatened wildlife.